Most of us know by now that Project Zomboid is an old game, but do you know just how old it is? According to Google, it was released on November 8th, 2013, which is around 10 years ago. But before it even officially released, there was the alpha and the pre-alpha, which date back to 2011, which poses the question, just how different was the earliest versions of Project Zomboid? To answer this, I'll be showcasing different aspects of the pre-alpha tech demo as I go through it, starting with the main menu. This menu has only 2 options compared to the menu we see now in the game. Clicking story prompts us with 2 more options: Til Death Us Do Part, the story of Bob and Kate Smith, and a blank template. Pressing the first option will take us to the old story, which I showcased in a previous video. Selecting a blank template will take us to the same starting location as Bob, but without Kate or parts of the story. Sandbox mode is what we really came here for, which brings us to the character creation screen, which gives us a familiar sight, a brief list of professions and traits, many of which we see in the game today, along with the same system of traits costing points. They only had 2 faces and 4 skin tones, so there wasn't much there yet. I picked the construction worker profession with a thick-skinned and handy trait, and started my life. I spawned in and began trying to loot around. The inventories popped up like this rather than the 2 inventories side by side like in today's game. You have to click and drag the item to the box to the left, which opens the inventory bar on the side. The health looked overall the same, while there was another button for clothing. I put on my clothes and went off. I looted, I explored, I waited for my salmon to cook in the oven. I burned it, looted some more, and then went out to see if I could find a weapon. I looted a store above me, noting that food and books give generally the same amount of hunger and boredom reduction than they do today. I explored around more and saw something in the corner of my eye, an NPC, which I thought weren't in the game until later. He led me into the bedroom, kinda weird, and I tried interacting with him but nothing would happen. I followed him around some more, watching him beat down some zombies as I stand there helplessly. In this version of the game, there was no pushing or stomping, so I needed a weapon. I left my friend and went to explore more, going into the bank and seeing some dead undead, then finding a hardware store with everything I would need. I equipped the hammer and went out to find my first kill. The combat in this was very different. You could reliably 2-shot a zombie and swing faster than they could walk up to you. It was very easy and very forgiving. As I ventured forward, I heard an alarm of some kind and tried to find the source, running into more zombies. I killed 2 while the others ignored me for some reason. I went on and found a horde down the street, so I went into the closest building I could for safety. I saw a jukebox and tried interacting with it, and something interesting happened. My game froze. Yeah. I loaded into a new game, picked every negative trait, and went in. I spawned, looted, and went down too many stairs. I then found myself next to a supermarket. I went inside and looted all I could, and then I drank a bottle of bourbon thinking nothing would happen, but I was so wrong. Being drunk in this version changed around the controls every couple seconds. I could barely control my character, so I tried stumbling out of the door, but then... Project Zomboid was a very different game 12 years ago, but the way we play is all still the same. This is how you died.